Person at the jail, please state your name for the record.
Andrew Jones, second.
This is case number 26-318FY, the people of the state of Michigan versus Andrew Fagin. Sir, did you have the opportunity to meet with somebody from the public defender's office?
Yes, sir.
And the contact information that you gave to community corrections, is that information accurate?
Yes, sir.
I have a complaint that alleges that on or about January 30th, 2026 in the city of Cadillac of Wexford County, it is alleged in count number 1 that you committed the offense of police officer assault, resist, or obstruct. That is a felony punishable by up to 2 years in prison and or a fine of $2,000, and consecutive sentence may be imposed if it happened in a place of confinement. Do you understand those charges and the potential penalties?
Yes, sir.
On felony complaints, you have certain rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or write can and will be used against you. You also have the right to have an attorney present during any questioning that you consent to, and the right to stop answering questions at any time. You also have the right to be represented by an attorney at all phases throughout this process, and if you cannot afford one would be appointed to represent you at public expense, but you may be required to repay a portion of that expense. Today, do you plan to hire an attorney, represent yourself, or request the appointment of an attorney?
I was usually the guy that I came seen earlier, sir.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Right there.
All right. You might not get Mr. Harrison, but the court will make a referral to the defender's office for the appointment of an attorney. We'll enter a not guilty plea and we'll set the matter for a preliminary examination. That's a hearing that's held here in the district court within 21 days. At that hearing, the prosecutor will be required to prove 2 things. 1, probable cause that the crime had occurred, and 2, probable cause that you were the person who had committed the offense. If the prosecutor is not able to do that, the case would be dismissed. If they are able to do that, you'd be ordered to stand trial in circuit court.
Okay, so am I getting released today, sir?
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Bear with me.
Yes,
Prior to the preliminary examination, there'll be a probable cause conference. That's where your attorney and the prosecutor will get together to see if there's a way to resolve the case short of going to trial. You also have the right to have a bond set. Your bond is based upon the probability of you appearing at future court appointments, the seriousness of the offense charged, and the threat that you pose to the public. Historically, counsel, I show in 22, there was out of Florida, a felony of dealing with stolen property. In October of last year of 25 out of Florida, there's a false name upon arrest or detention. The praxis scores him at a risk level 1. Any comment regarding bond, Mr. Harrison?
Yeah, there's a couple of things that appear to be confusing. First and foremost is the fact that he provided an Edgewater, Florida address. That is his permanent address. He is on assignment from his company to work on cell phone towers in northern Michigan and is currently residing in a hotel here in Cadillac. He doesn't anticipate that changing anytime soon. So despite initial appearances, I don't believe him to be an actual flight risk. His criminal history appears to be somewhat limited. It was completely unknown to me because with iChat, we can't get out of state arrest records anyway. At any rate, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be able to come back to court. He has indicated to me in the brief conversation we had that he does intend to do so to deal with these charges and perhaps get them dismissed.
You indicated he was staying at a hotel, but the address on the complaint is Chapin Street.
Chapin.
Yeah, it's an Airbnb.
It's what?
It's an Airbnb house. It's a workhouse
Okay.
for the.
Okay. Any comment regarding bond, Ms. Dahl? Sorry.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe he is a flight risk. He has no significant ties to the community besides work. Also, his past criminal history and his current offense are offenses that indicate that he does not want to cooperate with law enforcement So I believe he's a flight risk, so I believe a monetary bond is appropriate in this case, and we would ask the court to set that.
What's the R&O?
What's that?
What's alleged to have happened in the R&O?
They are investigating a potential theft from the property. They were interviewing all the people who resided in the property. He resided in the property as well. Every time law enforcement came to the residence, I think they came back multiple times. They tried to talk to him. He ran out the back door and was running. Law enforcement chased after him based on the footsteps in the snow, ordered him to stop multiple times. He did not. He kept running. Eventually, they did find him.
Thank you. Based on what's been presented today, the court does find the defendant to be a flight risk. He does not have ties to the community. He has a false name upon arrest or detention in his past, and he's alleged to have run from police during some sort of theft investigation. So I do find that he is a flight risk. Mr. Fagin, you are to appear as ordered, keep your contact information current, not leave the state without permission, and to commit no new. I'm sorry?
I would never leave the state unless I go to court. I'm here for work. I got 3 years worth of work here.
All right. Not leave the state without permission and to commit no new crimes. I do believe a monetary bond is appropriate. Bond will be set at $25,000, 10% bond.
So will I get
Next
released
arraignment.
today?
They'll be able to tell you how to post bond at the jail.
So I got to post a bond. I can't post a bond, so is there any way I can get released?
Sir, based on what I've heard today, I found that you're a flight risk and a monetary bond is appropriate. Your appointed counsel will know how to file a bond motion if they determine it's appropriate.
There's no
Next
way I
arraignment, jail. A person at the jail, please state your name for the record.
Summer Holmes.
All right, this is case number 26-307 SN, the people of the state of Michigan versus Summer Case Holmes. Ma'am, did you have the opportunity to meet with somebody from the defender's office today?
Yeah.
And looks like you also met with or spoke with somebody from Community Corrections and gave them some contact information. Was that information accurate?
Yes.
I have a complaint that alleges that on or about January 31st, 2026, in the city of Cadillac of Wexford County, it's alleged that you committed the offense of domestic violence as a second offender. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year in jail and or a fine of $1,000. Do you understand those charges and the potential penalties?
Yes.
Is that a
Sorry,
yes?
Yes. I understand, yes.
Did you read and sign an advice of rights form at the jail, talk about your rights to an attorney and your rights to a trial?
Yes.
Did you understand those rights?
Yes.
You do have the right to be represented by an attorney at all phases throughout this process. And if you could not afford one would be appointed to represent you at public expense, but you may be required to repay a portion of that expense. Today, do you plan to hire an attorney, represent yourself, or request the appointment of one?
Request the appointment of one.
Court will make a referral to the public defender's office for the appointment of an attorney, enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, and will set the matter for a pretrial. That's where your attorney and the prosecutor will get together to see if there's a way to resolve the case short of going to trial. You also have the right to have a bond set. Your bond is based upon the probability of you appearing at future court appointments, the seriousness of the offense charged, and the threat that you pose to the public. Historically, counsel, I show in 14 the prior domestic violence. I also show there's a fail to appear out of Ithaca.
Yeah, when I
No,
was.
I don't want you to say anything about that, all right? That appears before an unlicensed dog. Any comment regarding bond, Mr. Harrison?
Well, it is somewhat misleading to look at the TV's second offense, and as the court has noted, the first offense was 12 years ago. She is a stay-at-home mom. She's currently unemployed. I believe there's only one child living in the home. This arrest was the product of a great deal of misunderstanding and confusion. So much so that I don't believe that we will have any difficulty with resolving the case rather rapidly. She's a good candidate for PR, however, she will need to find a place to go. And the alleged victim and her share the home. He does work at night. She could theoretically go there when he's not there and retrieve her belongings. So we don't believe that there's going to be any incident there either.
Ms. Dahl?
Your Honor, this is a second offense, so the people have a concern regarding safety of the public. It sounds like she has prior failure to appear, so there is a possibility of flight risk. She is facing a year in jail in this offense. I do note that the victim has contacted our office and is present in the courtroom. He requested that there not be a no contact in this case, but the people's position is that this being a second offense, we believe a no contact would protect him in this case, but we will leave that up to the court as to what the court decides with regards to that. So the people are asking for some monetary bond in this case. This is a misdemeanor. There were some injuries on the victim that were photographed. They were not excessive. I believe there were some scratches on his face.
All right. Well, the court will release the defendant personal recognizance, which is the promise to come back to court with the following conditions. Ms. Sums, that you appear as ordered, keep your contact information current, not leave the state without permission, and to commit no new crimes. Do not purchase or possess any firearms or weapons, and do not act in any threatening, intimidating, or harassing behavior. For the time being, the court is going to order the no contact order until I know more. Your counsel will know how to file a motion to get that lifted if there's such a request. Yes.
I was wondering if I could voluntarily do anger management and mental evaluation with like a therapist.
So that's not something that I order as a condition of bond, but there's nothing stopping you from doing that if you have the ability to do that. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. At some point, you'll be released from the jail today. You'll also get your court order or your next court appointment before you are released. So make sure you keep track of that. All right.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Wiggins. Or Honor Wiggins.
I'll also remind you that any violation of the no contact order or any violation of your bond, you could be arrested without a warrant, brought back to jail, and have your bond revoked. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, jail.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.